Hello, and welcome to Tales Held Dear. We are a group of improvisers streaming to you live right now from Berlin, Germany, which is a cool city. It is, right?
Yeah, but I mean,
Don't look at me like that. I changed my script.
Like that.
Okay?
We are off script now. This is a scripted show. God damn it!
I thought we were improvisers.
We're improvisers.
Let's go.
By way of introduction, I am Jacob Wolf Lefton. I am your host and your games master for today, and I'm joined by these lovely people. We're going to go around and introduce ourselves.
Hi, my name is Ratan Sebastian.
Hi, I'm Tetiana Mulenko.
I'm Clancy.
I'm Marijne Nieuwerf.
And we're going to be playing in a very homebrew version of a game called Numenera, and it's by Monty Cook Games, and it runs on the Cypher system. So if you like what you see, go check it out. It uses a 20-sided die, so very familiar to a lot of people, but slightly different, and we're going to explain the game as we go. Without further delay, I think we should dive into it. Yeah? Tall, soft grasses bend in the wind on the rim of this crater. The Kalibek crater is a vast scar across the world of Dios. Like some cataclysm many, many years ago, some sort of object impacted the surface and lifted up this edge, this rim of teeth. And it is at that rim where we see, at this broken rim of tall, jagged rock, the color of bone, marbled with purples and grays running through it, a small vehicle plots its course through the air, through the mountains. A small airship, a little bit asymmetrical, one wing longer, one wing has two propellers, little bubble canopies on it, trundling along. It's got a frame of steel and wood, canvas, skin around it, and it holds a couple of people. The sages say that this is the ninth age. This is, if the superstition is to be believed, then this moment, which is built on the quiet ruins of an unknowable past, could be the last chance to do it right. You can tell that to the bones of the youth in the grasses below, sleeping forevermore, tucked and woven into the prairie, where the Battle of the Thousand Days War nearly brought this region to its knees. It's a silent reminder that despite our best intentions, we are potentially bound to repeat the past. The wind buffets the airplane as it crosses the threshold of the crater into the mountains beyond. And it's right as you crest over that lip of the crater, leaving it behind, leaving the world of the vast plains and all its civilization into the mountain towns ahead. A small hill in this valley crests, and on that hill we see the city of Sildafen. All of its towers and spines and spires sticking out, gray metal, red rock, bone-like structures, metal, wood patched on top of it. This is the city of Sildafen, ancient and proud. And from that bubble, in that airplane, there is a woman who is watching this city approach, coming from her home country of Lemuria back to Sildafen. Would you describe your character?
Yes, my character is Ruta, and I'm wearing a kind of eccentric outfit with like cat eye-shaped glasses and a big cloud of blonde hair. And I'm gonna do this thing as like you look out of the window to like have your hair blown to the back and enjoy the ride, and reality hits me as like all the hair is now in my lipstick, and now I'm like getting it out of the air, kind of broke in my enjoyment of coming to Sildafen, but not too much, not too much. Mood is great, I'm focused. I'm like, the mood of a first grader who has their new textbooks and everything. They're all empty, and I'm like, I'm gonna be great.
As you're sitting here, you're watching the city of Sildafen come into view, and you think back to what happened on the airstrip this morning as you were talking with Marijne Nieuwerf, who's your editor, and also a little bit of a handler for the work that you have ahead of you. You're traveling into Sildafen with a crate of new books to distribute, a renowned writer. But you had this conversation with Maria as she stood there in the wind that cuts across the plains, blowing her, again, her hair also, she's brushing it out of her face. It's early in the morning. She's got a leather satchel clutched to her chest, and her blonde hair with streaks of like reddish color in it. She tucks it back. She has the silver eyelashes that also complement the silver nails that she has. Actual metal coming out of her skin,
stylish.
but very, very, very delicate. And she wears, it's a bit mismatched. Her jacket is a quilted sort of like jacket to protect against the wind, and a skirt blowing underneath. And she stands there with you as you are at the edge of this, like on the stairs going up to the plane, and she says, okay, look, you have work to do there. We need to know, because they have tonight this event, this whatever it is, it's some sort of harvest device that they are using. We all use devices here to keep the land okay, whatever it is that we dig up and such, but they are, ever since things broke down between us and Sildafen, we've had little view into what's going on. We were good during the war, but then after, it's a problem. And so we're just looking, we want to know what it is that they're using this for, and why have they stopped telling us about it?
I'll figure. I just need to know. I'm a bit out of my depths. Look,
I know you're out of your depth.
I'll observe. And I'll report, as you said.
Yeah.
But like, if things get rough, you know my skill set.
If things get rough, you can handle yourself, but it's the observing that you're doing. Perhaps, maybe, you don't observe so close. You understand what I mean? You're maybe too close. I know you're one of the finest writers, but you don't actually have to have those experiences.
I'll do my best, and I lie. I'm like, I need to get this done. I need to know things, and I know that I'm like not good and finding out and figuring things unless I'm like in that. I'm just not good at counterintelligence.
But you don't have to be in bed with them. I think you get too close, like emotionally, with them, and then you're unable to actually...
Look, I need to be close. This is how I find out things. This is how I get things done. Don't get in my way. I'm like, I'll do what you need me to do. Technique on me.
Okay, well, just don't mess it up. This is the chance that we have to understand what's going on.
You're being too careful with me. I can handle myself.
Just don't blow it, okay?
I won't blow it. I say, and I'm putting up the face of confidence towards her.
Yeah.
And inside, I'm like,
Are you trying to hide this?
Of course.
Okay, we're
of
gonna make
course.
the first roll of our
Of
game.
course.
Just this early. So the way that this works, folks, the Cypher system is a D20 system. Instead of adding modifiers, we pick a difficulty, and then we attempt to adjust that difficulty down, and then roll a straight number on the die. So the difficulty of this, Maria knows you. This is. But she does have a trust for you. This is a demanding task. So the difficulty is 9 to start with. So about 50-50. You can spend effort if you want.
Have skill in lies.
Okay, so automatically your training in lies drops this down. It's a standard task for you, 6.
I pass.
You pass. Okay. Well, good luck. You know you'll be picked up at the airport by Aiden, and we'll be in contact.
And hey, when you report to my dad, I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine.
We weren't worried. We weren't worried. Just, I know what you're good at, and if you have to make hard decisions, that's what you have to do. That's what I'm worried about, the closeness. Anyway, get on the plane, you gotta go. And you come back into this present moment as the plane is approaching the aerodrome in Sildafen, starting to...
I first sit super straight and then I relax as the plane goes higher, and I'm like beyond that conversation.
Yeah. So you put it behind you, you land in Sildafen, and you disembark from the airplane. We're gonna shift across town. Sildafen itself is built on a hillside. There is a main road spiraling up. It's sort of almost like a cliff on one side, hugging buildings on the other as it spirals up. And then there's steeper roads that cut up in different ways. It's kind of this weird, if you were to take a topographical map of the city, it would end up looking like some weird runic inscription with all kinds of circles and spirals wrapping around each other. It's a bit of a confusing city to climb, but this is the people who've built their lives in and among the remains of the previous people who came here. There is a bell. Ding, ding, ding. It is a boxing ring. Not so full. It's morning. People are practicing at the moment, but there's a couple of little practice areas. Some folks just going at like a bag, or some with a trainer who's telling them like, hey, do this, do that, and there is standing in the corner talking with a young woman is a man who we would love to meet.
Okay, well, yeah, you see a man with like dark hair that's kind of quiffed back and a massive mustache that is very important. I'm assuming if he's in the boxing ring, am I about to like go practice?
You are sweaty from having been training.
Oh, from being trained, yeah. Then I'm imagining that I'm not wearing my cool like duster jacket that's over on the corner. Instead, it's like just like a vest and boxing tape around my knuckles.
Yeah.
Sweaty, my hair's in disarray.
You are standing there as you're unwrapping the tape from your hands and getting ready. You have a meeting with your fiancée, Emerald, in just not too long. You're right on the edge of being late for it. As usual, you're often pushing this envelope. A woman, you recognize her as Deandra, the bookie and the daughter of the man who runs this place, Bailey. He's a local kind of entrepreneur, but he has a lot of side projects that are a little bit the table in a way. She is sort of like she's a little bit old, and she's using makeup to try to hide the wrinkles. Very, very peculiar. Her hair has a texture of paper. It's sort of like dark paper as it comes down, as does her skin in certain places has this kind of like papery, almost vellum texture and crinkle to it. It's just an oddity of people who live here sometimes. And she's shorter than you, but self-confident, self-assured. This is kind of her place in a way. And she comes up to you. She says, "All right, Cornelius, I was thinking, I want to set up another fight for you. I was thinking with John Todd, Lead Knuckle."
Oh, right. That guy. Yeah,
Look,
okay.
Everybody I talk to thinks he'll cream you, but I think it'd be a good fight at least.
Hey, don't underestimate me. I think I could handle him.
Well, look.
Lead knuckle.
Look. I think. Are you up for it? Are you up to take a knock?
Yeah. When were you thinking? I have some.
Oh, like end of the week, like a couple days.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not gonna wreck your pretty face for the wedding, is it?
No, that's still we haven't pinned down a date for that quite yet.
No? Okay.
So we're okay. Yeah, we're still in that
Good.
great pre-wedding phase. Really enjoying that pre-wedding phase right now.
From you've been telling me that you've been enjoying that pre-wedding phase almost since I heard about it, which was not recent.
It's a great phase to be in, Me and Em, we're just hanging out.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure, hanging out.
And
You've been hanging out here less.
yeah, I know. Em's family, they want to keep up certain appearances, and if I make too many appearances here, it doesn't always, look that great if word were to come back. So I've been trying to balance it a little bit, but God, you should know, Deandra, I would love to be here a lot more.
Well, you should be here a lot more.
Yeah.
I miss you. It's great to...
It's great to be here. I just, love the energy here, but
Yeah.
yeah, things are really, I'm getting married soon, so that's taking
But not so soon. I
not
guess.
so
Okay.
soon.
Well, look, I'll set this fight up, and you have a great day.
Yeah.
I know tonight's the big thing. So I don't know. My dad might have swung us tickets to get there, which would be cool. It seems really exclusive. So if I don't make it, I'd love to hear how it is. And if I do make it, I would love you to introduce me to Em. Please. That would be great. Thanks, Cornelius. Okay, have a great day. And she just turns and heads deeper into the place. And what is the next stop for Cornelius? What do you...
I am immediately going to try and if there's any sign that I have been here, I want to try and get rid of it. If there's any blood and sweat, I just want to get a towel, rub myself completely clean, put on my jacket as if nothing is wrong, run my hand through my hair.
You hit the shower.
Shower.
Passing it off as if, okay, this is just a...
just a workout.
Just a workout.
Just a little workout.
Normal workout, yeah. You are luckily, it was not a hard thing. You're not so bruised. And so it's good. We're going to just travel a little bit. We're kind of up on that cliff road at the moment. The road passes above this building, and we're gonna just move laterally across. We're on the lower ring of the hill at the moment. We're gonna move across to a warehouse, and in that warehouse it's a low dusty space with moats hanging in the air still, and the piles of boxes and sacks of grain and things like this, and the smell, very intense, of animal. Some animal has been in here, and you can tell because there is like bags are ripped open and things are smashed, and there's piles of poop and puddles of urine and just a very, very heavy smell. There is a man, old man, also with the poofy sort of like bristlecomb mustache that is fashionable these days. His hair is also sort of bristle like this. He's got it, he would have it under a hat and it would be poking out, but he's sort of like wringing the hat in his hands. He's got just like brown leather vest on and, you know, like workers' clothes sort of moving. He's the foreman in here, and his name is Harrison, and he is talking to a particular animal specialist. Would you like to introduce?
Yeah, I'm playing Dale Briscoe. He's a middle-aged, kind of burly, heavy-set gentleman, also sporting a mustache, not a particularly important one, and 5 o'clock shadow. His hair is kind of tousled. He's got kind of a jaded look. Jaded but kind eyes, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he runs an animal sanctuary, which I presume got something to do with why he's here right now.
And there is Harrison who's saying, yeah, I don't know. I came in here this morning, and it's like animals just tore the place apart, and I thought to call you because I heard something grunting and growling around, and I think there might be some kind of like wildcat or something in here.
Okay, well, first thing you need to do is calm down, buddy. Okay, I'm an expert.
Yeah, look how much of my stuff they've ruined.
I'm sure your insurance will cover that.
Better damn cover it.
Right now, my main concern is the safety of the animal or animals that are here inside your warehouse, because...
What about us? RC, I heard there was a shadow, and I thought it was gonna, like, eat me.
Look, anything that eats grain, it probably ain't gonna want to eat you or me, okay?
Is that...
Generally the case. It's not a hard and fast rule, but this critter or critters look like they've feasted themselves, probably resting up now, so they're sleeping it off.
Oh, okay.
So
well,
you can relax. Just let me do my job. I'll find these animals.
This has been. Yeah, I mean, we're late to the market now, and
Can I tell what this is?
Yeah. Do you have what do you have in terms of skills? You can absolutely.
Animal-related skills.
Animal-related skills.
Yeah, identifying and using. Identifying plants. Placating animals. Training animals. It says here I have no social graces, persuasion, or etiquette. Salvaging and tracking. Yeah.
Salvaging and tracking animals.
This is my wheelhouse.
Yeah, this is your wheelhouse. I would say this is a standard task for you. It's going to be target 6. Difficulty target 6.
I'll just go for it. It's a 14.
14. You're looking at this. You're looking at the feces.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at the Harrison's like, really? Is that actually how you do it?
Yep. Look, I'm thorough. Okay.
Okay. This is why. I mean, this is why I called you. So I'm happy that you're here, and yeah. So you look at it, the footprints, the patterns of moving, the fur in here. It's got some kind of like pig or boar or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Harris should be really happy about his career choice.
Dale didn't choose this. It chose him, The animals just kept on showing up.
It must be. It's probably still in here though. It must be still like.
If you're really spooked, man, you can go outside.
I'll just
let me do my work.
He points to, there's an office with like a window that looks over the loading.
Sure.
I'll just be in there. And he like goes to the office and like steps in it. And then is like peeking out the door, not the window.
Okay.
Like he's still on edge. The pattern of it is a lot of animals.
A lot of animals.
There's a lot of feces in here. There's a lot of grain eaten and
Wow.
stuff torn into. So either it was one very hungry, very, very active animal in a short period of time because people worked yesterday, or there were a lot of them in here. But he says he saw there was a shadow of one, and you're like, okay, if there was a herd in here, I would see them. So you can start looking about. If you want.
I'll look about, try and identify, maybe where they came in or went out.
Yeah.
Is there any big holes in the...
No, make you have tracking, right?
Yeah.
So figuring out where and how they entered is going to be a difficult challenge, specifically because they've been all over the place. So that would be a target number 12. This would be an intellect task. If you want to apply effort, you can reduce that target number.
Yeah, I'll apply some effort.
And you're also trained in tracking, which means that you can reduce it to demanding anyway, so it's a 9, and then you can reduce it further by spending some points from your intellect pool.
Yeah, I would take 3 points from my intellect pool.
You'd take 3 points, but you have an edge of 1, right?
Yeah.
So you take 2 points
points.
because
Okay.
you are efficient at using your intellect.
Yeah. Okay. And that makes the number what? A 6?
That makes it a 6.
16.
16.
It rested on 3 and then went over to 16. Beautiful.
Tense.
Beautiful. That's the dice tray at work.
So you look around, you examine the pattern of tracks and everything. You're pretty sure you know if there is one still in here. You know what corner you're going to look in to find it. But in the meantime, you're examining the doors as well. And this building has some big, like, barn doors that are opened up. And you can see that the footprints come in through the door. No door is busted. It's as if someone let someone come in here.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. And they're gone now, are they? Are they still here? Do I need another roll to figure out if there's any of them still here?
You know that if there is one, you know kind of the corner it's like behind in another place to look.
All right. I'm going to approach that corner gently.
Yeah.
But, making noise so it knows I'm coming.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, buddy. You in there? Sleeping off a big meal? Oh.
You hear this thing as you get close to it starting to shuffle around.
Come on out now. I don't want no trouble. You just go on your way. You had all the grain you're getting from one day.
You walk around the corner and it's this dark area and you can see this creature, a long body, just not snake-like, but just as a pig, it's a long body and a long snout and tusks at the ends. And you're looking at it. This one is like teenager or so, not so old.
These are always hard to do.
And
You can take by the tights that it's wearing on the wrists.
yeah. It has its sleeves are looped over the thumb.
I get it. You got a lot of emotions going on right now. You're an individual. Nobody's judging you for that.
It's like pawing at the ground, sort of looking at you, realizing that you have closed off its escape.
Okay.
And it is about to. It looks like it's getting ready to try to make a break for it.
Okay. I am gonna unclose off its escape.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pad gently back. It's okay, buddy. You can get past. You can get back.
And it like kind of backs up. It's a tense moment of standoff. It looks like it doesn't know whether to like rush at you or to like settle down or to try to escape. It's caught in this like fight or flight loop.
I pull out a little flying squid treat.
Yeah.
Delicious flying squid. I kind of gently toss it in towards the long pig.
It kind of floats in because it is a flying squid. It still has a bit of its air bladder in, and the pig is. Make me like an animal handling roll. This is again a difficult task, but you're trained in it, so it's demanding.
So like a 9?
9. Yeah.
Okay, I'll just roll on that. Nat 20.
Nat 20.
First nat 20 of the stream, baby.
Okay, so you get a major effect from a nat 20. This thing, amazing. It just, you see this, the squid float. It looks at it, checks you real quick, and then goes and just chomps the squid fully in its mouth, chewing. And it just comes over to you and like looks at you as if, do you have another?
Oh, hey, buddy. Of course I got another one. There you go. I try to hand feed it.
Licks it out of your hand, like, you know, with these big lips, and you can feel the tusks. The tusks are big enough that it would be unhappy if this thing got angry at you.
Can I tell if this is wild or domesticated, or a pet, or what?
Yeah, to identify this again, I'm gonna give you since you're pretty up on your animals, I'm gonna say it's a DC 9.
Okay. It's a 19.
19.
It's slightly cocked. I'm gonna reroll
Okay.
that. It's slightly cocked. A 17.
17. Okay. Good enough. It's still a really good roll. You're looking at this thing. You're looking at as it comes into the light. You're looking at this long sort of hog-like animal, and it's a light color. Its fur is really like a light, kind of a light brown, almost beige, except that you can see very distinctively under the skin the start of, because it's a younger one, these sort of like tracks of like black sort of like line puckering under it, almost like veins, but more kind of sharp and angular, that move across its body from head to tail along its legs, and you recognize this as a barbarissa, or a lightning pig, as some people call them. Normally, really useful animals, actually. Some pigs are used to hunt for truffles and things, and like mushrooms and things like this. Barbarissa are a type of pig that can sniff out iotum and other numenera, things that have various arcane energy trapped inside them, potentially old artifacts from days of yore. And the other thing you know about these animals is that some types of energy light up this organ on their skin as an electric organ, and then they become very, very dangerous.
Oh.
And so having them in a city like this, which is full of all kinds of little pieces of numenera and little types of magical devices, the lights, the walking mechanisms that are used as public transport on the street, just the some buildings, the way that they stay up is by like levitation, or other processes like manufacturing at the edge of the city and stuff. To have these animals here, a bit sketch. They're normally kept outside cities because of this, and it gives you a moment of pause. You're very, very easily able to bring this creature back to your vehicle, though.
Yeah, I presume at 20, on the handling, I'm able to gently leash him up, feed him a
Yeah.
little more, and kind of give him some pets. Kind of tell my client to shush as I just gently kind of bring him outside.
He's like, can I?
Yeah. I'll be back in a minute. I'll be back in for.
Okay.
I got him. You just stay good.
And so you go and you get this animal into the truck. Super easy.
Nice.
One of the easiest. It's not a domesticated animal. They're often like caught and sort of like trained somewhat to help search for things, but they are wild. And this one seemed very used to being handled.
Cool. Okay.
So we're just gonna leave you as you finish up your business there and move not so far away to a little bar called the Queen's Pyramid. And at the Queen's Pyramid, it's the morning crowd. You know, breakfast, there's like eggs and beans and sort of like spinach and other leafy things that grow locally. There's a very excited and animated young man in the corner. He's got short cut hair, like sort of a scar on his face, a post-military look. He's got his old military jacket on, and he has a book on the table that's open, and it's been like dog-eared and written in, and he like rubs his face. It's got like a 3-day stubble on it, like he hasn't really slept, and he just and he's looking directly at you. Who's he looking at?
So he's looking at, excuse me, Victor Snaps. who is also a young man in his early 20s. He's got like a shock of hair that's all curly and just like stands straight up, and like a mustache that's very thin and wispy and like extends out past his face almost. Very sharp, angular features, and he's still wearing his like pajamas. So like it's like 10 o'clock. He should be out of his pajamas, but he has not noticed what he is wearing. He's gone straight out of bed and like wrote something down and has come down here and to meet this person.
Victor, I'm telling you, like the Blood Barnes ballad is what is that? We're all talking about it, and look, this is. It says we have to act, and they're doing something tonight. And as I told you, everything that we read in your writings is saying like we're rejecting what they're doing, and now they're lighting up some other new Numenera thing to try to move us in I don't know what. It's in the land. They call it the harvest engine. You know, sorry, for anyone listening, I bumped my microphone. They call it the harvest engine. That's what everybody says. And to be real, this is the cause of all of the violence and all of the strife and all the struggle, and we just like need to get this outside stuff out, and we just have to forge our own way. We have to stop it.
Yeah, I totally get that. Yeah, like I mean, I'm glad that my writing really has sort of provoked these like sort of violent, it seems, reactions.
Not violent. No, we're making an appeal to them. And of course, if they don't do, then we have to do what's necessary, right? But we are making the appeal. We're making the appeal to the people. And actually, to be honest, I was talking with Rick, and Rick says that he thinks your appeal could be a little bit more strong. Like you should write, an essay, or what is it that you want to actually say? Because
listen, I'm just a poet. I write when inspiration strikes me. I look to the world and I reflect it back. I'm not a propagandist. I can't take a side here.
This isn't propaganda. It's truth. What you've written here.
It is, yes, and I'm glad that you see your truth, and I have maybe a broader definition of the truth.
Are you saying that you don't agree?
Of course,
like
I agree.
You write all of this stuff. You're like back to nature. Take away the. What is it? The radiant footsteps gently fallen in the mud with the tears of the children
and hooves.
Yeah. It's not like how can that mean like don't do anything?
It doesn't mean. It just means that moment provoked me to like notice this particular strand of something. It doesn't like. I think the opposite force is like. Things staying the same might also be good. It's peaceful.
So you want things to stay the same?
No, I don't want things to stay the same. I don't want things to change. But Look,
things have to change, and that's what I'm saying. So either Victor, we're taking this forward. Okay. And
I get it. I'll
tonight
write something. Okay. I can't promise you. Like I can only tell you that it'll be my truth in the moment. I will always abide by that principle.
But your writing is about action.
For me,
in all of them, it's about action.
It is. I completely. It's about action. It's about inaction. It's about. It's about quiet. It's about violence. It's about everything.
Well, look. I'll tell you what we're going to do. Okay. They have this harvest engine ceremony tonight. Mm-hmm. We're going to make a protest.
Okay.
We're making it in your name. He holds up the book and shakes it.
Okay. I mean, why in my name?
Because you wrote all of this stuff. You wrote all of this stuff about how nature is sacred, about how it's our blood doesn't feed the ground, and the magic that we try to twist is really poisoning us, and so we have to. They're doing some big work of magic up at the citadel, and we have to. I look, my boys have a way.
I
in,
care
okay?
about you and the work that you're doing, and I will be there to support you. Okay.
Okay.
But just maybe just say a local Sildafendian poet instead of using my name.
It's right here on the book.
Maybe just quote the lines. Let my work speak for itself. If you respect me and my work, let it speak for itself.
We're speaking through. We're speaking.
Okay. Yes, I want you to speak.
Good. Are you with us? And he asks this, and sitting in your bedroom upstairs, because you are a, relatively rising poet in the sort of literati of the city of Sildafen, you have an invitation. You have a box seat.
Oh. Okay.
At the Harvest Engine ceremony tonight.
Okay. And I've been invited there by
the council.
the council. Okay.
Yeah, just there's a couple hundred people who've been invited. It's dignitaries and various people of important station and cultural importance, and you came up for them.
Okay. So I am going to be there, and but I'm also I'm just going to observe. Okay, this is what I need to do right now, and I will be there to support you, and I will be there also to observe.
Are you trying to do anything to calm this guy down? Because it seems like you're starting to lose him.
Yes, I am trying to calm him down.
Okay. This is going to be, again, it's going to be an intelligence task.
Mm-hmm.
He's a bit heated, and you have said basically you've put yourself in an opposite position to him.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a challenging task.
Okay.
He seems that he is somehow radicalized a little bit.
Yeah.
And talking him down is difficult. So this is a DC 15.
All right. I will spend some effort to bring that down. I think I have an edge of 1 and a 16, so
great.
Spend 3, I think.
Yeah, so that will bring it down to 12.
Yes. Okay. Ooh, attack me.
What did you roll?
It's a 5.
A 5.
You make him more radical.
You say this, I'll be there to observe, and you just watch, and he just closes the book, and he stands up, and you just see, he's like, okay. You observe. We're going to act on the words you wrote, the inspiration you gave us, and we're going to change things.
Listen, all I want you to do, go well, take care of yourself, and act truly. That's all I can say. And I must do.
That's what we're going to do. And he walks out of the bar. It is the airfield. You were picked up by Aiden, who is your contact. This is back with Ruta. Aiden is Aiden Goodland. He's kind of like a package boy, delivery guy, maybe 20, just kind of like short cut hair with one lock that comes down over his eye, and little earrings, kind of like little studs, little gold studs in his ears, and a tattoo that kind of curves down and then peeks out under his shirt, comes from his neck down and peeks out under his shirt. And he's just this like broad-shouldered young guy, a bit of a swagger, and he manages communications in this the city, and he's picked you up. He has a walking machine. It's like a little package delivering walking machine. It's kind of got these crab legs as it moves along. He picked you up. He was like, "Hey Ruta, I picked up your box, and I got it in the ride. I'll take you up the hill to your place."
Fantastic. I look at him and I think of his look of how does it always stay perfect. He washes that with soap. And I'm like, okay, Aiden, I have literally like 0 time. Yeah. So while we do that, I like get my stuff out and start loading in this spider vehicle. I'm like, okay, I'll need to super quickly change and pack. Meanwhile, I need you to draw like a few versions of what you imagine sex with a harvesting device can look like and make them bad.
What?
I need tickets to the ceremony. Don't ask.
You have tickets to the ceremony. That's what I was told. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's convenient.
I'm sorry. I have your mail. He like goes into a satchel on his thing. It's got like this big glass bead as a clasp, and he opens it up. It's a bit like it's got a hempen rope sort of style to it. It's a bit hippie in a way.
Yeah.
Of like there's a bit of a lace detailing going on his satchel. He's like, okay, yeah, some mail for you came in. Here, I think this one is it, and he hands you this card.
Right.
Get in though. And he gets you in and starts this vehicle moving.
Okay.
And it's like passing. And it says to what's Ruta's last name? By the way?
Laskava.
Ruta Laskava is cordially invited to the Harvest Engine Festival.
Okay.
At the, it's called the Respiratorium.
Respiratorium.
And it is a big, you know it from it. It's a big dome on the outside of the hill. You can see it not from this vantage point because you're on one side of the hill, but if you curve around, you can see this big dome, and it's almost as if there was like a third of a metal ball emerging from the side of the hill, and the structure of it is all of these ribs of like sort of like organic looking metal ribs in this smooth, not smooth sphere, but like with lines all across it, all kinds of like if you took a Jackson Pollock painting and folded it over and made it sort of like a dark steel, shiny steel color. And it's a big feature on the side of the Sildafen hill. And
do I know who runs this event?
Who runs this event? This event is run by the council. Make me a, based on your previous work here, make me a DC 9 check, just to see what you know.
Hey, that's an important check. I have also skill in insight about importance and power.
Well, there you go. Yeah, so DC 6.
Okay. I felt that.
Okay. The Respiratorium is one of those places you haven't made it to yet. When
Because
you got
who
here,
cares about harvesting?
and you got a bit distracted, you know,
I got a bit distracted.
while you were here. And Aiden says, look, my instructions are to keep you from getting distracted. Okay? So I...
Oh, Aiden.
No. Look. I'm supposed to be taking care of you, okay?
Oh, I sure you think that. Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome.
I appreciate.
Okay, I have a thing for you. And I remember I forgot to pass out the ciphers for everybody. Everybody has a couple of ciphers, which are, for those of you watching, ciphers are kind of like one-use sort of technomagical objects. So everyone should go around and tell me how many they're supposed to have, if you know. 2.
3.
3? 2. Okay. So he hands you this one. It is a lipstick tube. He says, "This one, look. I got it for you special because I know it's your style. Okay?
Aiden, you're the absolute best.
And you also have this one.
Are you going to tell us what they are?
No.
Okay.
2 for you.
Gifts.
It's,
Gifts?
It's a lot of things to tell.
Sure.
Like,
Okay.
you overestimate my ability to understand the
It's a lot of
text.
stuff on here. Yeah. These are for you.
Thanks.
Yeah. And then 3. Oh, I have so many of these. Okay. This one and this one and
I've got a tracer. Fires a microscopic tracer that clings to any surface within short range. Proper spy shit. Amazing.
I got a
you.
thing that
go.
makes things heavy.
Sweet.
and
Who
you
hasn't
also
needed one of those?
you also have one oddity
Ooh.
each, and these are things that are kind of like you don't know exactly where it comes from and why it exists in the world. It does. You don't know what its use is. It's not like a clear use case like these ciphers, and it is usually not just one use.
So mine is a mummified fish with feathered wings in an ornate wooden box, and this fucking thing starts talking to me telepathically. I'm not going to be. It's creepy. But thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I got a comb
Oh.
that glows and leaves glowing streaks in the hair that fades after 6 hours.
Yeah.
And you can make that
Okay.
comb super heavy. if
You
want.
might. Those of you who are
They can
watching,
blow it up
thank
with
you,
other
thank you
ciphers.
so much for the patience. You might find out what these are later if people talk about them or use them. Some people are saying what they are, but they don't have to. Okay, so it's just fun things to have to add flavor to our game.
This would be great for a rave.
Ruta.
Yes.
Aden, this is great.
I'm just trying to keep an eye out for you, okay? And here's what I know. Tonight there's going to be a lot of people there. They're bringing in some kind of energy source that they found to try to power this engine, whatever it is. I don't know so much. I don't know this shit. I deliver packages, I find out information, people tell me stuff, and I'm like, okay, cool. And I don't know. I don't know what is,
It's something about you. This is talent. Like, I look at you and I would just want to tell you things. Priceless.
Thanks. This is,
It might be the looks.
I don't know
Maybe
what
the
to say.
profession.
No,
It's like
hey, I was told you're not supposed to get distracted.
Yeah, fair. Okay. Who is they though?
They're the council and the families that are.
Do you know like which specific family or which specific member of the council?
Yeah, here's what I know. And he starts to open his mouth, and then all of a sudden he like looks and checks, and another walker, as you're walking up the road, another walker comes and just slams into the back of your walker. And your vehicle stumbles toward the edge of the hill, the cliff road.
I want to hold
there.
myself and hold Aden while this is happening.
Yeah. Make me a target DC 12 roll as this impact happens.
Is this something?
This is
Speed?
it something? It's might
Might.
for the strength. Yeah. To hold
Fan.
yourself in.
A 13.
A 13. This the walker slams into you again a second time, and you hold him in and you hold yourself in. You and Aiden are jostled around but not thrown out. He's got the controls. He's like, this is, what the heck? Who is this? What's and would you like to do something?
I would like to do multiple things.
Okay, let's start with the first priority.
Let's start with eyes.
Yeah.
What do I see? Is there someone controlling or is it remote controlled?
You look behind, there's 2 people in this vehicle.
He slammed in the back.
Yeah, in the back. And the legs of your vehicle sort of like buckle and stumble as it
I
tries to...
notebook inspiration for myself, and I continue. So there are two people.
Okay, so there's two people. Hats covering low on the brow, scarf over the rest of the face, eyes coming out, heavy coat on, like trench coat, collar up high. Gloves on hands on the control stick of this vehicle as they go in for a third slam. You could make me a DC 15 roll to catch details if you would like. This would be an intellect check.
If I have a moment to focus, I would rather... Yeah, no, I want details, of course.
Yeah.
Yes. No.
No. You do not notice.
Of course I don't notice. I'm in a
What-
vehicle that's being attacked.
What you don't notice is that one of them looks at you, looks at a paper that has a drawing of a person on it, and puts it in their coat as they nod to the other person. This vehicle slams in a third time, and your walker loses its footing on the edge of this road with that... What did you roll?
For noticing 7.
Noticing a 7. Your walker is tipping off of the road as this is happening. Is there anything you'd like to do to brace?
Which side is it tipping? My side or Aden's side?
It's tipping your side.
My side. So I'm not gonna distract it, but I'm gonna climb through Aden into his window.
Okay.
So my logic
Yeah.
is that it's been yeah. So when it's done falling, I want to be on top.
Yeah. You are on top of Aiden. Yeah? That's the goal? Roll me.
I'm trying not to. I'm trying.
Okay.
I'm continuing the movement in the window. Hopefully.
Roll me a difficulty 15 to pull this maneuver off. Because the vehicle
what?
is tipping. Might.
Might.
No, speed. Let's make it a speed roll.
That makes
You could spend
sense.
effort if you want.
A difficulty 15.
Kind of like a defense
Yes.
roll in a way.
Oh, I am armored though. Ew. I'm gonna spend effort anyhow. I'm gonna
Yeah.
spend 4 of this
Okay.
to get not distracted by Aden. It's
So
a 12 now.
It's a 12, and the DC dropped to 12. So you make it as this thing tips and starts to tumble down the hillside and crash through the wall of the building in this district. You manage to climb, pull yourself away from the window so
Yeah.
that as the window impacts and bricks and pieces of wood come through, you do not get impacted by them. Finishing your shower, Cornelius, putting on your clothes, getting all made up, getting your trench coat on, and heading to the door of the boxing ring. What kind of boots do you wear, by the way?
Big leather boots.
Big leather boots. Are they like old soldiers' boots, or are they more sort of up? What are they related to your job?
Yeah, I think so. I think they might be just working boots that you have to kind of have for the air ambulance.
Yeah.
And they're comfy, so I just wear them all the
Lace
time.
up the ankle,
Yeah.
nice and high. You are walking toward the door and heading out, and Deandra's like, bye, and then all of a sudden there's a tremendous crash as a vehicle comes through the wall of the building, not 20 feet from you.
Oh my god. Okay.
Dust, brick. This walker, the legs like
Yeah, then immediately I'm shocked first,
Yeah.
but then my air ambulance instinct takes over and I'm like, let's go check and make sure everyone's out of there.
Yeah.
And get anyone that's in out.
Yeah.
So I just want to dive on it immediately into that.
Cool. You dive over. The dust is sort of hanging in the air.
Are you dressed after the shower?
Am I what?
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, I'm dressed.
Okay,
Okay,
good.
Showered and dressed.
Just a towel.
Distracted, Rita. Come on.
You are dust clinging to your wet hair, and have you used your comb, by the way?
No, I've not used my
Okay,
comb.
great.
No, actually, I have used my comb.
Okay, describe what it does.
Okay. If that, oh my god, actually, I use the comb on my mustache specifically.
Amazing.
And it leaves glowing streaks through my hair.
Just faintly, what color is the glow?
Like a nice, a slight like yellow light. Like highlights, you know?
The sort of yellow glowing highlight is in the mustache there. Dust from this crashing vehicle clinging to you, just all over you all of a sudden after your shower. You get there. Aiden is like laying there. Oh, what the fuck happened? What's going on? Ruta, get out. And he reaches under his seat for something as he's like fishing around for something.
I imagine like the dust and like you start being visible in this dust from the mustache.
This glowing, this sort of glow. And then you come through the dust and you see this young, attractive guy gives you a run for your money somehow, and like broad, like sort of like reaching under his chair, and there is a person who you recognize, someone you know.
Ruta.
Yes.
You gotta get out. You gotta get out. You gotta go. Aiden, he's pulled a projectile weapon, some sort of tube with a stock and a trigger from under his seat. You've got to get out, okay?
Are you being attacked? What happened?
That's okay, but okay, later. I want to
Yeah.
get into the hole in the wall.
You can climb out of the vehicle and you can get to the hole in the wall as sort of like you have to scramble out. Maybe do you give
I'll immediately just go into that mode then and help you up through the hole.
I'm like, while I'm doing this, do I have an understanding whether Arden is saying get out because he thinks that the vehicle is gonna blow up, or he says get out because he's planning to do something? Was this...
Make like an insight check. Roll intellect. Let's say it's a difficulty 12. I mean, this is something that, like, it's confusing, but it's also something within your wheelhouse of what you've trained.
I have skill in danger.
Okay, so it's a difficulty 9.
That's a skill? Hey.
Perceiving danger, that's a 10.
Perceiving danger, 10. These people slammed into your vehicle several times. It seemed targeted to some degree, and you absolutely think that they are attempting to cause harm.
Yeah, but they are not locked here with... Wait, vice versa. I'm not locked here with them. They are locked here with me.
They did not come tumbling down the hillside.
That's fair.
You rush to the hole in the wall.
Actually, yeah, when I realized that as Cornelius is like helping me, I'm like, so I think they're gonna go for another hit.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Then I'm gonna pull Cornelius to the side.
Yeah.
Here if the vehicle is approaching.
Make a perception check for me.
Eh.
Hang on, let me tell you the difficulty. It's standard 6 because it makes noise.
It's an 18.
An 18, easy. You hear and it stops in the of it like creaking and settling for a moment up the hill.
They attacked us.
I want to grab is my bayonet within reach?
Would you bring your bayonet to the boxing training hall?
No. Not with these puppies.
Cornelius, where is your bayonet?
That's
You should always carry a bayonet. It suits you.
I have my I got a dagger. It's fine. We'll get through this.
You're not
It's
a
fine.
dagger guy. You're a bayonet guy.
I know.
Other people are
I'm versatile.
sort of like running around like, oh my god, what happened? Is everyone okay? Aiden has come out, and then like Deandra, all of a sudden she like holds people back because she sees Aiden comes out with this sort of one-shot gun, and he is like, we got to get out of here. You've got to go. You've got to go.
Do you
Can
know?
you get her somewhere safe? Who are you? I don't know. Do you know this guy?
I trust him.
Then get out.
Who's attacking us?
I don't know. And he moves to the side and he's sort of like sighting up the hill.
I want to vanish.
Okay. This is just a move that you have, right?
Yep.
So you activate it. And
Yep.
what happens? What do we see?
There is still a cloud of dust, and Cornelius sees, like, near him, there is just the cloud of dust, and no Ruta anymore, but you still feel my hand as I'm, like, holding you. And I'm gonna say quietly, I'm gonna go and check. And I'm gonna go and check.
Uh-huh. You're heading out the hole in the wall? Or are you going around the building?
I want to get through it, like, quickly.
So you're heading directly through the hole, climbing over the rubble.
Is there dust there?
There's a lot of dust it's
It
settling.
might deceive me.
This is a risk you have to take.
I'll run out
Okay.
and find another window.
Okay. So you're able to come around the side of the building. Aiden is like,
You got another one of those, pal. I'm a good shot.
no,
God.
I shouldn't even have this one. I don't.
I come back to Cornelius. Where the fuck is another window? I don't react in this building.
Can I search her window for her because I know the place?
Just come with me.
I'll come with her.
There's not so many windows in here because it is
An underground
an
boxing
underground
ring.
boxing ring. It's built also in a warehouse, and so it is dust settling. You are able to find a way out. This is not hard to find a way out of the building and get around. And you see up on this hill, this vehicle. There's these two people. One of them is kind of like peeking out of it, looking around, and just after a couple of moments, just kind of like makes a motion inside in the vehicle.
Inside of the vehicle. Enough distance for a shot?
It's a hard shot if you have a small weapon.
I have a small weapon.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna risk it.
Okay. So hang on for this. You're using what weapon?
My pistol.
A small pistol, right?
Yes.
And you are attacking someone. They're at long distance from you. And so I'm going to say that with this small pistol, it is a hindrance to shoot them. It's not a long range pistol. And so that's going to make, and they're inside a vehicle that has like a wood and metal body.
You know what?
It's a challenging shot.
With
15.
this shot, I'm
Yeah.
not really hoping for much. Like, if I manage to wound them, that's great. If I
Yeah.
manage to just hit a vehicle and there will be vehicle that has a bullet hole in it, it will make it identifiable
Sure.
among other vehicles.
So we'll do this in grades. The challenge to hit someone is 15. If you roll a 10 or above, you're going to hit the vehicle.
It's an 18.
An 18. Your gun, does it say how much?
4 damage.
It does 4 damage, right? So you see this guy leaning out of the vehicle and just you're invisible. You've used your vanish ability. You pull your gun out, you aim, and the shot goes off, and you see the guy jerk back into the vehicle. You know you have hit him.
I hide immediately because as soon as I shot, I come out of vanish.
And it accelerates the vehicle. Cornelius, you see hanging out around the corner, holding a small pistol. This gunshot goes off, and you see Ruta standing there with the gun, and you hear this a walker vehicle accelerating away.
Away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where is the wound?
The
of
wound.
attacker?
Well, the guy was leaning out from here up, so it is probably somewhere up on his torso. If you penetrated the vehicle, maybe it went a bit lower, but it's upper body.
So both the vehicle and the guy. Nice.
Possibly. With an 18, actually in Numenera, an 18 is a minor effect. You do extra damage with that. It's technically +2 damage. But we could also say that instead of +2 damage, you make a hole through the door of the vehicle that he was leaning out. If you want that mark on the vehicle.
Nice.
It's moving away. There's a walker crashed in the middle of the boxing ring. Deandra is standing there looking at Aiden going, okay, so yeah, what the hell are we gonna do with this, huh? And Aiden turns to you too, and he says, you trust this guy?
Yeah, I say out loud.
More confidence in that, yeah, please, Ruta.
Oh, out loud I'm saying yeah very confidently.
Do you feel like you need to make a deception roll?
It's like I trust this guy. All of my intuition says to trust this guy.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't seem like a person who would be part of the intrigues, but just a little bit of like doubt is in me just because of his family.
Yeah.
And because of the family of his fiancée. They're important people. Important people be playing games, you know. That's a natural one. So exactly how I said it. Yeah.
Now the great thing is that I can't read anyone lying anyway. Is my inability to tell people are lying?
It's a hindrance.
Yeah.
It makes it harder. But on a nat 1, you get that hesitation. It comes through.
Yeah, she can trust me.
I can trust him.
Why wouldn't you?
Indeed.
You know a safe place? You know a safe place to hunker down around here?
Yeah, of course. Can I
Okay.
think about a safe place now?
There's a couple places. It's not close, but there's where you're going, Emerald's place, which is very safe.
Oh, it is safe.
There's, of course, you don't know if it's safe, but you know the Queen's Pyramid is a bar. It's sort of like a level or two up from here, but you could get there on foot pretty easily.
Queen's Pyramid?
I love that place.
Great. Let's go.
I can
Okay.
really use a
I'm gonna
margarita.
have to figure out how to clean this up here. I'll meet
Yeah,
you
it's
there.
gonna be really challenging to call cops here for a traffic accident.
Deandra comes up this moment. We are not bringing. There's no guards are gonna come here, okay? We're not calling anyone. We've got all the muscle we need, hun.
That we definitely do.
Don't worry, we're gonna take care. It's gonna cost you. She looks at Aiden. It's gonna cost you, buddy. Look at this hole in the wall. What are we gonna do?
Why would it cost him?
Is it gonna cost you? Is this your ride?
No, but they were the one that crashed into us.
I didn't see them. So it's either coming out of you or it's coming out of him, okay? Clear? Cornelius, you're gonna help me.
I
Keep
think.
tab on this, okay?
Wait
Get
a
out
sec.
Get out of here.
Why are you so resistant of calling the authorities here? What are you hiding?
We
I'm
don't need
just,
to get
I'm
the
just
law
trying
involved
to
here.
not pay for the wall.
Do you wanna get into this? Why we're not calling?
I like looking
Why
like.
don't we just assess the damage after we've cleaned it up, and then we can talk it out
Hey,
later.
I'm the victim here, and he is too. He's there with the gun there.
He's like,
We'll figure something out.
Ruta, I don't know if this is actually a fight you want to have right now, okay? Get somewhere safe, okay? I don't know where these people are coming from. I don't know who that was. If it was, I don't know. I'll check in with you later, okay?
Let's go.
I'm gonna go. He sounds very confident.
And so you guys head out to the Queen's Pyramid. At this moment, Dale, Briscoe, you're getting paid by this warehouse foreman.
Yeah.
He's given you 3 shins.
Okay.
It's not much. He's like, this is what it's what I got for you. I hope it's okay. Hey, thanks. thanks a million. And he sends you off. It's like, I got to get my boys in here and we got to clean up. You get in the cab of your vehicle with the pig sort of like settled down in the back. Sitting on the seat next to you is a letter from Janice. And you've been sitting on this letter since you got it yesterday. And it is her request that you join her as the +1 at the Harvest Engine.
She knows I hate these things. Why does she want me? Why does she want me to join?
It's sort of like putting up appearances because the divorce that you guys are going through has been tricky, and she really wants to hold for the family some kind of appearance that you guys are still on good terms, because they know that she's paying so much to keep the animal shelter going.
That's for the animals. It's not for me. It's a donation, you know. Our marital status shouldn't change her affection for critters that need help. Yeah, Dale's got to go to this thing, much as he hates these events.
Yeah. What's his next move? You're in town. The animal shelter is some distance away. You know, like a herd of wild pigs were brought through this building this morning, and you have one. And you know that these are not just any pig. They are a potentially dangerous animal if they get the right sort of like energy source that they bite into. What is the plan?
Well, I guess I got to alert the authorities.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that Dale probably has a friend or two amongst the guards. He'd be generally mistrustful of authority, but, you know, he gets called in sometimes when they can't deal with stuff.
Yeah.
And vice versa. He sometimes calls them in when there's, you know, smuggling, animal smuggling and mistreatment going on. So he would have a relationship.
Yeah. There is an inspector that you know that you could visit. You're 2 levels down from the Queen's Pyramid. It's kind of on the way. You could swing by there if you wanted. Or Janice has requested that you come by today to see her while you're in town. So there's a couple things you could do. You could hit the inspector first. You could swing by Janice, or you could grab a drink at the old watering hole.
Are these, you didn't say Babirusa, did you? You said
I called
Babirusa?
It's a Babirusa.
Yeah. Are they nocturnal?
They are not nocturnal.
Okay, well then I gotta go to the authorities because that's a matter of urgency.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll swing by the cop shop.
Yeah, so there is Inspector you're Briscoe. Inspector Mackle is here. And he's again, you know, wearing that stiff coat. It's a stiff, like dark green coat with the buttons going down it, the white shirt poking out under the sleeves. He is old, like collared into this thing. His skin is sort of like a bit sagging around it, reddened from the time in the sun. He's got this scar that wanders up from under the collar up to the like almost the corner of the eye here. And again, that mustache that everybody here likes, this bristle
How is
brush.
his mustache?
His mustache is restrained. It is a restrained bristle.
With a lot of mustaches.
And it is dark. It's not just a mustache, but a little on the chin there.
Okay.
And they're dark with like salt and pepper going through, and his hair is kind of combed back, like a comb over a bald spot.
What's his first name?
His first name is Jad.
Jad.
Yeah.
He's got the facial hair of a Jad, all right. Yeah, I'll roll up. Hey, Jad. I got something for you.
Dale Briscoe.
Yep.
Good. What's going on?
Well, I just got called out. A bunch of Babarissa took down a man's grain store causing awful kerfuffle.
Barbarissa?
Yeah, it's like a kind of a long pig thing, but problem is these things are dangerous when they get their hands on certain type of energy sources, and I have very strong reason to believe that there's a whole herd of these critters running around town somewhere, and could be catastrophic if these things get into the wrong place. You know, a power station, any sort of sump, and like that. No telling what could set them off, but he could be in for a rampage.
This is in. I mean, there's stuff going on, Dale, that I am not privy to talk about exactly. But when you say that, look, here's what I can say, because I have. This morning we took in a young guy who kind of smelled like pig, actually. Said was talking something about a herd of pigs in town. So we know that there's something going on, but we didn't know it was Barbarissa. This is extreme. Yeah, a kid was like spouting poetry or something at us. I don't know.
What kind of poetry?
Yeah, like fruity, like back to nature stuff, you know?
Interesting. Okay.
And so I don't know. We just took him. He's not here at this precinct, but yeah, just it was a bit of a mess. He also, it was like some sort of petty theft going on. They were stealing like uniforms, and those details I
Wait, he
can't
was
mention.
warning you about the pigs?
No, he you know, these kids, they're not keeping secrets about what they're doing. They somehow, he smelled like pig. We asked him about it. He said, "Oh yeah, I have a whole herd of them."
I'm in pig rustling.
You watch
He just
it.
came out
Yeah.
and said it.
Yeah. Well, no, he didn't say he was rustling, but that he was
Right.
with.
With pigs.
Yeah.
Okay. It's unusual.
But you're saying that they were at this warehouse?
Well, I heard of Barbarissa was at this warehouse. I got one of them in my van. The rest of them, I got
Okay.
a juvenile. The rest of them, I don't know where they got to. I mean,
I guess we're gonna have to
difficult to track in the
impound
city.
the animal for as evidence.
you and I both know you do not have the infrastructure to do that. I can keep them in my place. There's always room for one more.
Okay, yeah. But I'm gonna have to have a group of guys head down to that. Which warehouse was it?
It was warehouse 52B on in the warehouse district
Yeah.
down by Warehouse Boulevard. You know the one. The old Warehouse Boulevard.
Not New Warehouse Boulevard.
No, old
Okay,
Warehouse
because
Boulevard.
we
It's a bit more
didn't
difficult
change.
to navigate. It's not on a grid system, which is just crazy to me.
No, but the grid. It never works to have a grid system in this city.
I mean, if you're gonna number your warehouses, I feel like
It's odd to start with 51.
No, because the first number in the numbering system, it tells you, for us, we know what levels it's gonna be to expect.
I know how the numbering system works. It just
Yeah.
seems odd. I know this warehouse district sprung up organically and wasn't planned. I understand the reason behind it, but heck, it took me 25 minutes to find the place.
Look, I don't have. This is a tradition, Dale, of picking numbers you like.
I know. We all got numbers we like. You know?
Okay, so if they really liked 52 and they really liked the A, I can't fault them for it. But I do know which one.
52B.
B.
Yeah.
Okay,
'Cause
changes the whole.
52A
Okay,
is
so
nowhere near 52B. That's the same mistake I made. I'm knocking on a door talking about
Okay.
pigs.
I'm so glad we got that clarified, because if I send half a dozen guys over and then they come back, they're gonna be taking it out of my ass for weeks, you know.
I know you guys love raiding the wrong place.
52B.
52B.
Doesn't sound like a raid. It sounds like we're just gonna go
I know,
collect the
but
evidence.
you and your boys can be pretty heavy-handed at times.
Dale. Now, Dale.
All right, I'm not going to tell you how to do your job, okay?
And I'm not gonna tell you how to do yours.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, it was.
Because we all know
What?
with that swarm of crabs.
Okay, first off, they weren't true crabs, but look, I was doing my best, okay?
Dale, nobody's seen a true crab in 250 years in this city. Of course they weren't true crabs.
There's no confirmed sightings, but I've seen some pretty interesting things. Could have been true crabs. Look, those crabs were rampaging when I found them, okay?
Yeah.
I merely diverted the flow. Did I divert it towards a kindergarten?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, you did.
Are those kids scarred for life?
Some of them physically.
Some of them, do they now have a greater appreciation of how different types of crab-like species hunt their prey? I would say that's a win of sorts.
That's not the type of experiential learning that I thought they wanted.
But never my intention. But look, I don't have very much fun and I'm working alone most times. If I had the right equipment and some good helpers to help me herd them crabs, it could have been a different outcome. But times are tough, you know that. I'm always accepting donations if you feel like helping out.
Yeah. Well, look, you got work to do. We got work to do. You take that thing back and you make sure it doesn't come back in the city, okay?
You got my word on that.
And if you hear anything about the rest of this herd, then let us know immediately.
Can't you put out like an APB or something like that?
Of course, but this is what I heard. Like pigs is one thing, but Barbarissa, that's something else. I gotta escalate it. So, yeah, that's the paperwork. Fucking hell. Okay, get.
I'll be on my way.
And so you head out from there. What's your next stop?
Wait. Where did Janice want to meet me? Kind of her place?
Her office. Before the event tonight, she wants to like make sure you're dressed well and stuff, basically.
Oh, like on the way?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I can dress well now. I'm going to check on this pig in the back, make sure he's okay, maybe feed him some more squid.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And then I need a drink right now. I'm going to go to Queen's Pyramid.
Yeah. So you come into the Queen's Pyramid. Victor, this...
I am very flustered. I'm afraid that something terrible is going to happen. I can't think straight. I'm pacing nervously in this very crowded place. It's pushing people out of the way as I pace.
Stossel, the bartender, is like he's this older, like quite pudgy, like big guy. Just never lifted a finger in his life to actually do any hard labor. He kind of like runs the place and grumbles every time you order a beer. Clean shaven, really balding in the hair, not even attempting to comb it over, just sort of like a crazy like of hair. Really just sort of casual clothes, the vest, off-white, like gray sort of linen shirt, and he's like, Victor, would you stop pacing? It's making the other customers nervous.
Sorry, I was pacing. I'm sorry. I'm nervous. Did you hear anything about? Sorry, what was the guy's name from earlier?
Lowen.
Lowen. Have you spoken to Lowen recently?
No, I don't speak to him. He's your, what, literary follower or something? I tolerate it in my place because they bring in some shins.
Oh, yeah, okay. But, like, has he said anything crazy? Have you heard?
They're always saying crazy things.
Okay, yeah, that shouldn't have asked that. Okay, I'm just nervous. I think something bad's gonna happen.
Like what?
I don't know. Like he said something about some sort of revolution, about like doing something in a very ominous way. You know, in a way that you don't want people to say they're doing something.
He's young.
Okay.
I feel like young people are always doing.
Maybe they're just going to hold placards and shout slogans. You know, maybe that'll be it.
Or maybe they're going to try and release some dangerous pig-like creatures upon the city.
Dale.
Hey, what's up?
Nice to see you here.
Yeah, I just got back from talking to my buddy Jad down the guard station. He mentioned some kids spouting poetry.
Oh no!
Potentially in relation to a pig rampage I got going on.
Just a question, totally tangential. How do you describe the poetry?
Well, you know, I think your poetry is great. I think he described it as trite and weird, or maybe how did he describe it?
Okay. I don't need to know. I don't need to know.
He didn't have anything good or bad to say about the poetry, but it had the ring of some of your work to it, I would say. Maybe your earlier work.
I have an opinion about your poetry. I think that your innuendos are a bit too thin. They have to be thicker. But what's about the pig rampage?
Okay, so we got these Barbarissa pigs. You heard of them?
I know that barberries is a kind of thing you put in tea.
Nope, different thing altogether.
All right.
Possibly the same.
How big are we talking?
Big pigs, bigger than you.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, and when they get their tusks on a certain type of energy source, it varies. They go buck wild and they attack.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we've got
Yep.
attacking pigs, attacking walkers.
Yep.
There's something up with the city today.
Can I get any of you a drink? Or are you just gonna stand around?
God, yes, please.
Yes,
The
please.
usual, please.
Yeah.
At this hour, the usual. Okay, and he like.
Judging me, you're the one serving. Come on,
What is this
you're a
hour?
bartender.
Stossel, what is this current hour?
There, isn't it?
This hour it's not so early anymore. It is. You look at the time, Cornelius, and you realize you are very.
Is there a way to send messages like to other people, like
You could-
grabbing a messenger off the street?
You could, yeah, you could like grab a runner or hire a runner.
Don't we have Telegram as well?
There are, yeah. You could also go down to a local like telegram place, and they could like tap one out for you.
You can catch a child, but they only move sideways now.
How much is a runner usually?
It's like 1 shin to send a direct message to somebody.
Okay, I'm going to just accept that my fiance will be upset.
I can lend you a shin.
No, actually, I'll use my own shins. It's fine, actually, it's fine. Then in that case, I do want to grab a runner and just send a message that's just like, something came up, we'll see you later.
You know it's gonna go over well.
Okay.
Wait, too.
I love the details of that note.
Well, I don't have time to explain everything.
Are you paying by the character here?
No, the page is actually this big. He just
That's exactly it. It's a full sheet of paper, and it just says in the middle something came up.
Hey Cornelius, you should write diagonally with big letters.
It's just really big. Something came up. All right, something came up. We'll see you in how long?
Right? Looking forward to seeing you. It's
You know,
your
marriage
fiancé,
is
for God's
a
sake.
big commitment.
Hey, I know.
It's not something you should enter into,
You're still not
you know,
married.
half-heartedly. I know this is unsolicited advice, but look at me.
I'm fully
dealing
hearted.
with a. Well, okay, if you say so. You've seen the amount of divorce papers I've been trying to get through. Stuff.
That I have, Dale. That I have.
All right.
But no.
I think they're great. I think Emerald is fantastic.
So do I. I think they're really great.
Yeah.
And just, you know.
I mean, of course I want to inside that.
That's actually not a lie. Cornelius isn't lying when he says that.
Yeah.
And how are you getting on with their family?
Well, their family has. Well, they offered me a job the other day.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
What's the job?
Oh God, what was it? It was working. It was something in the government,
Okay.
which would be respectable
Yep.
and a good look for me.
It would be a station befitting of your mustache.
That I would. That I definitely would. But you know, I love my current job. I love the air ambulance. It's really, you know, there's so much to do and so many places to go. So, well, I'm thinking about it. Anyway, I'll add a note that I'll be 2 hours late. That's more specific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
That yeah. Okay.
Communication is very important. in a
Yeah.
relationship.
Yeah, for sure. Looking forward to tonight.
Oh, that's sweet. That's very sweet.
XOX.
Nice.
There, use the full
on.
page.
And you call over like a young like runner.
Yeah.
Also already loaded down with like a satchel, has this like sash with a badge. They're a semi-licensed service of like essentially street youth who do this courier stuff and run notes and mail all around the city. And this kid kind of they wear a light green jacket, and then whatever's under the jacket is sort of cobbled together. And this kid has kind of hair coming down over their face. They brush it out of their face. And right, so I take this up to the you want this to go to the top of the hill?
Yeah.
Okay, wow. All right. Well,
Fast as you can.
you got it. Salutes you and then just takes off.
Child
right.
labor.
One more thing. The cop very offhandedly mentioned that these kids had been stealing uniforms. So, I mean, it feels like they're planning something surreptitious.
And there's going to be the harvest engine at this festival as well. And you said these things react to Numenera?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no. What kind of energy source are we talking at the harvest machine?
I don't know exactly. Do I know exactly?
Make a difficulty 18 roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
You don't know. Here's the thing. You don't know what this is. You're a bit of an outsider,
Yeah.
right? You don't know what this is. You don't know. You know that there's sort of every city, in order to survive in kind of like the way that this world has been magically manipulated over the ages, uses all kinds of devices, Numenera devices, to like stabilize the landscape or the air or the life force in the ground or something like this, or to keep certain dangerous creatures away, or anything could be going wrong in some area because of some kind of like awful manipulation that happened hundreds of thousands of years ago from a society long lost whose views you don't understand. So every city has something like this. It is not something that is close to you and that you have much access to. All you know is that
I imagine like this is like general knowledge about like these big sort of Numenera operated devices that cities have, right?
Yeah.
So like when I hear harvest engine, I'm immediately like that seems like there's going to be a lot of energy there,
Yeah.
because I have an understanding of Numenera in general and how much energy that.
Make me it's an intimidating task. It's a difficulty 18. If you want to spend effort to reduce it, you can. Also, you are a nano, right? So you are trained in Numenera to some degree. So that does bring it down to a 15 automatically, I think.
All right, I'll roll. 2.
You have no idea.
It's terrible, terrible.
This is sort of like quite far from anything that you've been engaging with.
Okay.
Well, look, the guards don't see this as an imminent threat.
I think they should.
Well, I feel like someone's
Can
going to
you call your cop friend?
I mean, I can
Send a messenger.
Send a message. I don't. He didn't seem too worried. It's gonna be tough to convince him.
We've got to escalate this deal.
Okay.
This is serious.
All right. Well, I'll say it to him
You
again.
didn't see the look in his eyes.
What?
The guy, like my friend who was just here, Lowen, like he seemed like crazed.
What is this influence you have over these kids?
Look, I just write poetry, okay? I don't know what happens. It's somebody they seem to think that it's like an invitation to do things. I just want them
You
to
don't
like.
seem to discourage them very hard.
I don't know what to do. I can just I just want them to like express themselves, and sometimes apparently.
Well, what if you tell them to not?
I can't do that.
Why?
Because this saved my life, okay? And I wanted to save other people's.
Poetry saved your life?
Yeah.
But, I mean, they're
Well, you did too.
I was gonna say, did Dale save your life?
Look, anyone would have done the same in my position. That's not what I'm fishing for. I'm just saying, there's one thing, self-actualization is important, but when that is, terrorism, it becomes a little murkier.
I really just thought that they were going to shout slogans or something like that, or like cause a disruption, right? I didn't think it was going to be like,
I think there's going to be a disruption, all right.
How many people are we talking about?
It's probably like I know, like 5 or 6 people.
Well, can't we stop them?
We need to go to the location right now
I mean,
and figure out if there are pigs nearby. Or
so I've got a bit of a conflict.
bergamots?
Continue. What?
Berries?
What are they called?
What are you talking about?
How do you call these pigs?
The Barbaroussa. Barbaroussa.
All right.
We call them Barbaroussa where I'm from. It's a regional.
Well,
difference.
let's go and find them.
Okay, I gotta kind of get home at some point, scrub up, speak to Janice, and then escort her on a date to this festival. So maybe I'll meet you there.
Isn't Janice your ex-wife?
Look, it's complicated, all right. We gotta keep up appearances. She says she's still funding, I guess, my entire lifestyle. She's funding the shelter, okay? And people aren't coming through so much these days to get their keys cut and their boots repaired, okay? And there's no money in rescuing animals, so I kind of, she said jump. I gotta ask how high.
Sure, you do that.
It's difficult. I don't need your judgment, Ruta, okay?
Hey, it
You gotta
makes
do
sense.
it.
Sorry. I mean, it's just like, people have to keep up appearances. In
Yeah,
this
absolutely.
town.
That's way more important than having an animal expert in a place where there's gonna be a terrorist attack caused by animals.
I'm gonna come
But
help.
you do that.
I'm gonna come help.
Cornelius, you know that your fiance, while not directly linked to this, the circles that your fiance run in are really in the top circles of Sildafen. There is, just so that you know, there's kind of like these, at the top of the hill, there's these towers where the ruling families have lived for generations. And Emerald lives in the Redor Tower, Emerald Redor. And they're one of the ancient ruling families of the city. And they, of course, swap out. But this ritual, this event is being put on by the council.
Oh. Good point. Hey guys, I think I may have some connection to how to stop this ordeal a little bit. Because my fiance is in the whole organization tonight. So what we could just take it straight to the top and see if they take us more seriously.
Talk to them about beefing up security.
Yeah, exactly.
Will it let us in the technical quarters of this whole thing?
Can ask.
That would be nice.
Well,
What's
guess I
your-
shouldn't have said that much.
I don't know where they're hiding or planning this. In reality, Ruta is not interested in stopping the attack. Ruta just wants to sniff around.
Do I get a sense of that? Maybe.
Make a deception check versus an insight check.
Okay.
I don't want anyone to get hurt, but what I'm reading is that these animals are just gonna hurt the harvester. I don't have a horse in the race of the harvester, but I'm interested in what it's about.
Yeah.
But I'm acting like it's
Do you want to try to
I'll
make
do a
this
straight
insight? So you're gonna need to roll against this, and because you're proficient at lying, you're gonna add +3 to your roll.
That's a natural one.
Every single life trait tell has been a 1.
Oh no!
It's also a natural one.
Oh no! Two people just staring at each other like.
You're doing a curb your enthusiasms, trying to figure each other out. I think she's coming on to me.
So you know that there is a possibility to do this. It's heading toward midday. The preparations for this are already in full swing. The ceremony begins in just a few hours. It is not far.
Okay. So, do I think that I could go straight to the festival and use my credentials, or do I think that I should go talk to Emerald first? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Hard question. You are not actually in, because you're not
Yeah.
working for, you're working for the air ambulance. It's not, you have no access. You have no clearance. You have no connection to it. People might be like, oh, that's interesting that you're here. We'll get Emerald to show you around, like
Then I
this
will go.
kind of thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I want to go. Then I think it would make more sense to go to them first.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Want to come with? Do our story, or I can meet you at the festival later.
I'm battling in my head. On one hand, this is like very useful for me. On the other, I'm dying for a shower.
I gotta check in with. I'm stinking a pig.
Makes sense.
Both cans, and I gotta.
I'm starting to realize that this might get Lowen in trouble, and I would like to try and contact him to let him know that someone knows what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Just to see if he might dissuade him from like going ahead with this plan. Do I know how I can get in touch with him?
Ooh, you don't really know
No.
that much about him.
Yeah.
He kind of comes here and seeks you out, and then how much like personal interest of you in these followers have you taken?
Not a lot.
Yeah, so not
No,
really. No, hard to say. I mean, you kind of know that he works in construction. He's a veteran from the war who hasn't been able to get his feet under him, so he's in and out of employment. You know that he's lived with his mom sometimes, but you don't know exactly where she lives.
Is that, can I would like to try and go to where the festival is in advance and then kind of like scout the place to see if I can find him before he does what he's about to do.
Sure. You can. So you're heading to scout.
Yeah.
Do you say out loud that you're doing that?
Yes, yeah, I think I do.
I would be so happy to join you.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Can I, for the love of God, please shower at your place before we
I have
go?
a place right
Give me
upstairs.
10 minutes.
Yeah, I think I have a clean towel
I
somewhere.
was stumbling in like field.
Yeah, no worries. I haven't.
And flying, it's like, it sounds luxurious, but like you're in air 6 hours. Oh, I'm not supposed to say that. No, yeah, I'm supposed to say that. I'm flying to my editor, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
You've also been in an accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're covered in dust and like your travel clothes are a bit torn. But so you two are gonna head out and check out the place. Dale is going to
Go and get showered, drop off this pig.
That trip is literally all day. You will come back at the start of this.
And then I gotta get to
event.
Janice as well.
You can it's tight, but you can get to Janice. She might be annoyed that she doesn't have enough time to dress you properly.
This is gonna be a very cursory shower and self-dressing. I don't think Dale does have a clean towel.
Yeah.
Much less a clean shirt.
That's,
Oh boy.
That so gives Geralt and Yennefer.
And you're gonna go
To my fiance.
to Emerald. Okay. So let's take. So Dale is returning pretty much at the start of this event. So you're heading out. You're doing this, and then you're coming back to find Janice. Cornelius is heading up to Emerald. Let's take a moment to check this out. What's going on? You get up there.
Yeah.
This the Redor Tower is at the crest of this hill. There is the Citadel up top here. The Citadel is multiple sort of like spines of it's rock and steel with like wooden building built around the bottom of it to add building. The Citadel kind of hovers, the structure of the Citadel hovers over the street, and they've built building underneath the hovering elements of it to fill in the space so that they can work and have government offices in there. But up inside, there's this sort of like hovering rock amphitheater in a way, like bowl that's been carved out into an amphitheater, and that is where the the seat of government is. And behind it, there are these 3 towers that stick out. The edge of that is a district called Cliffside, and it's kind of a poorer district, but it is markets. There's Numenera markets and other regular markets. Stuff is brought all the way up to the top here because rich people and poor people are able to access this place. And all the junk is thrown off of the cliff, off of the steepest side of the hill, down into the feet of these towers, where these enormous stone protrusions, featureless, no bricks were made in these things. They were like extruded tubes of stone that have been built out in layers of different families, stairs going up inside and outside the buildings, and bridges go over to each of them. There's Tellar, Kundo, and Ridor Tower, and Ridor Tower is where you go to find Emerald. And you walk up to you get inside the tower. There's an inner courtyard, and then there's the apartments of Emerald's family themselves. I slightly renamed them from our previous chat because I wasn't super happy with them. Emerald and their sister Sapphire lives here with Trillian, their mother, who is a direct councilwoman, and Pierre, the father, who is in the high up in the inspector's department.
Okay, cool. I want to brush any dust off of me because I feel like every time something happens, I just arrive dusty.
Yeah.
So I put my comb through my hair again, make myself presentable.
Yeah.
Straighten up my jacket, knock on the doorbell.
Yeah, the door opens, and there is the butler, this very, very old, spindly, stooped man. Ah, Cornelius.
Stanley, how are you, pal? Clap him on the back.
You have got the power in you. That's great. I didn't need it this morning. I will. Are you here for the lady Emerald?
For Emerald, yes, I am.
Or the family member, yes. Emerald, where are you? And Emerald comes down through one of the stairs. You hear their shoes clacking on the stone steps. And there's Emerald standing there. It's sort of like they are kind of an ambiguous figure, not too curvy, not too skinny. Every time you think, oh, they're skinny, no, they're curvy. Oh, they're curvy. Oh, they're not so curvy. Depends somehow. Seems to shift how you look at them, but they're wearing like some kind of pantsuit of almost like a silken material. It is green as they are in their hair is sort of short on one side and swooped over to a length down to their chin. Their nails are actual looking like gemstones. Unsure if they actually are emerald or not. And the hair on their skin even is just like, has a quality of tiny little crystalline growths going up. If it was human hair, it would look thick, but on them it looks delicate in this way. And they see you there. Just sort of set jaw, like, Cornelius, what time is it?
I am sorry. And I know I said that last time too.
See you soon.
XOX.
XOX. I'm sorry. There's a lot of things to do today.
I know, and that's what I wanted to talk to you about.
Yeah. Are you going in that?
I mean, it depends on how much time I have to go home and change, but I hope not.
I don't think you have time to go home, but I've got some stuff of yours here.
Oh, okay. Well, great. Then I won't go in.
Because I know how to save you from yourself, Cornelius. You're gonna make a fool of yourself tonight.
Let's. Well, I mean, am I? There's something up. There seems to be a chance that there's some kind of conspiracy to disrupt the festival tonight.
Did you wash today?
I did, but things have been happening as I'm trying to explain to you,
It's never simple, Cornelius.
Look, there's a pressing matter at hand. I don't want to argue with you.
Okay.
There's a chance that the festival might be in danger. And I need your help to get access to it so that I can check it out.
What? To see it? You want to go and tour before everything is set up?
Or to find a way to like beef up security or something.
Cornelius, it's the most secure place in Sildafen. I can't even get in there right now.
Yes, but I have reason to believe that there is a group of individuals that wish harm there tonight.
How do you know this?
I heard it from my friend Victor.
Who?
Oh God. So
Is this like
there's these
one of the people you work with, or?
no yeah, how do I explain that one, eh? We met when we were looking for these fox creatures a while back. It's a long story.
I remember.
And he seems to have created a group of
Latilda was very happy to get it back, by the way.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
You did a good thing.
I did. Those Cadians are all in good homes now.
Good.
But anyway, Victor has a group of followers?
Thanks.
Or admirers that seem to have radicalized a little bit.
Oh, no.
This is so.
Your tone is that like you're trying to be delicate with the words you use.
So let me get this straight. Your friend Victor, is this the poet
Yes.
who writes those nature poems?
Yeah.
Has a group of radicals?
Yeah. But I don't think he doesn't condone the radicals. I tried to ask him about it and he was like, well, they're not, following him. He's just writing the words and they're taking the words and being like, I'm wanting to disrupt big festivals because of reasons to do with the I haven't read much of it, so I don't know what they see in it. I'm not really a poetry kind of guy.
No, I know that. I know, and his poetry is just not great, It kind of throws away everything that we take for granted here as what makes life run.
Right.
And it's, the ramblings of somebody who certainly had a hard time during the war. So, look, Cornelius, do you know what we're doing tonight?
I'm a little foggy on the exact details of it.
Do you want me to fill you in?
Yes, please.
Okay. So the Harvest Engine is a device that we have. I'll put it in simple terms for you. We use a lot of arcane tools, and it has a how do you say? Someone would call it an off gas or pollution or a miasma, and to be really honest, the close society that we keep here in this valley means that it builds up, and there are certain features of this valley in particular that make it build up in certain ways that are harmful to people. And the harvest engine is the tool that we've used for centuries to keep the place clean. It requires energy. It's a horrible loop that it has of requiring arcane components, of requiring Numenera in order to run Numenera, in order to save us from the poison of too much Numenera in one place, but it does the job if we get the right sources. We had a war. We focused our energy needs on other things. We had a revolution after the war, and now finally we have something that we think could be for a generation to power this engine. It's not ideal, but it is what we have. And I'll tell you, because I know, I was told this morning by my father, it is, they found an unusually large shock stone. It's has an electrical kind of energy to it. I don't know how big it is, but they've prepared it, and tonight they're going to plug it into the machine.
That doesn't sound... Well, okay. Okay. And you're sure that the festival will be safe from, say, an onslaught of pigs?
Look, I'm sorry, if some naturists are trying to make some sort of stand, we can tell the inspectors to expect it. We can tell the guards to expect it, and they will add it to the long list of disruptions that they have already planned for.
That's, that would be fantastic if we could add it to the list. I know that it sounds ridiculous, but it's been a weird series of events this morning, and I think that it may be worth adding to that list.
Do you want to wash up and meet my family for lunch now?
Of course.
And we get on with it?
Yes.
Because it's just function after function until the event tonight.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's get on with it.
And on the way, we will stop by the inspector's office and we will talk with Barbara about these pigs. Okay?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll go wash up.
She moves on, sort of like releasing a little bit of tension that she's been holding, but somehow not fully, with more tension now, added a little bit of extra stress. You come to the foot of this dome, yeah?
Can I? So, in my 10-minute shower, I would like to shower in 5 minutes. And are you staying downstairs where we were, or are you up in your place?
No,
or
it's
you
a very small apartment, so I don't think I'd feel right being
I want to.
downstairs.
I'll drop my stuff next to the door, so the door wouldn't
Yeah.
open, and I want to just explore the place.
Okay.
I want to sniff around at Victor's place. Yes.
Yeah. What? All right, make me a roll. Let's do how to do this. Let's do a. Do you have anything that you would have been trying to hide to start with?
I guess like maybe some of the burnt what do you call it, the uniform that I was wearing when
Yeah.
I was rescued. I wouldn't have much on me.
Would
other
you
than
have
that.
kept that uniform, or would you have just fully
I
discarded it?
think I would have kept that. Yeah, because it's the
Okay.
only thing of my former life.
And IDs and
But I would have
like-
hidden it well. I think. Yes.
Okay. like military IDs or anything like
No,
that?
no IDs.
Okay.
Just the uniform.
Passport, some sort of documents.
I wouldn't have had that on me. I wouldn't.
You
think
probably
that-
would have had some sort of
Sort of
identifying
ID? Okay,
document.
maybe
So,
it's inside that. Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
But you managed to like get new ones with a fake
Yeah.
the fake identity. Cool. Let's say you've had some time to hide these well in here. You've been living here for a while. So let's say this is gonna be make me a roll and add 3 to it. And this is the target DC.
10 plus 3, 13.
13.
I have a skill in detecting lies. Important power, insight, quality.
This is more of a physical thing. This is somebody
That's
who
very
you
fair,
already
yes.
suspect, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not doing because I don't like Ratan. I'm doing that because because Victor has a bit of an accent, so I suspect Victor to hide something, or playing a really smart game as he's controlling these guys who are terrorizing the Harvest Festival. That's a 17.
17. Behind the headboard, there is a
The way I'm looking, I'm
Yeah.
like looking for like real spy stuff, like
Yeah.
double boards
Okay.
in the floor. Like
Yeah.
I'm not even
get
looking at
past
your
you.
writing. I'm looking behind like the shelves, like the
Yeah.
real thing. And then I'm like, nothing. There is nothing. And then I check.
You look. You're looking at the bed frame, and you see that the bed is pushed up against the wall in maybe not the most, like not quite the nicest place in terms of how light comes in to the room. And there is a very clear, like if he moved it, just if he flipped it around or something like that, the light would come in on the bed much nicer, or the desk and would be able to get the daylight a little bit easier. It's just something about that geometry makes you a little bit suspicious. And you look behind the headboard, there is sort of like a little board that's been pried loose, and behind the board in the wall of the building you find this sack, and wrapped up in the sack is the tattered uniform from a Mylandian soldier, an airman's uniform. It smells of it's an old burnt smell, and there's still like a slight arcane singe to it. The uniform looks like it sustained a lot of damage. There's blood on it, and there is an ID card in there as well. And the ID says Miski Phaser.
I frown. I note the blood on the uniform. I know the amount of blood on the uniform. I memorize the name and the issued wear. I memorize the stuff in the ID,
Yeah.
and then I fold it as it used to be and place it where it is, where
Yeah.
it was.
From the Mylandian capital. So you have this question in your mind as you finish up your 10 minutes of why would the bloodied uniform of a Mylandian soldier, one of your enemies in the war, be stuffed in the wall in the room of an up-and-coming poet in Sildafen, one of your allies in the war, who now there's a bit of a rocky relationship with. Curious. It is afternoon. You two head down to this dome. To state very plainly, the both of you scan as foreigners of not much import in the setup of this place. The guards at the front, the people at the door absolutely refuse to let you in.
You don't understand. I have to.
Look, I'm sorry, okay? The venue is closed, and no, don't shake your head at me. It's just how it is. Normally, you can go in and you can see the display. There's like a show in here most days where like kids, they bring them from school. You can see the planets. It's real beautiful. I recommend you go check it out. But for now, there's, important stuff happening tonight. And if you are on the guest list, the entrance, it's up at the top with your invitation at 4 p.m.
Look, let me level with you. You know who I am. You know who I am?
No, I don't.
Look, I flip the book. I write this.
You write.
Do you know how much research goes into this? I write werewolf stuff. I learn moon cycles, yeah?
Yeah.
I need to know what I'm writing. This is inspiring. This is not just for me. This is for the community, yeah? Everyone is hearing about this. This is hot, yeah? Harvest Engine is hot. I have to write about it. I have to see it.
Look, miss. The moon show is on Wednesdays and Thursdays. It's not even today. So when you want that, you can come back and you can easy peasy. What?
Oh, sorry. I had a different question. Not about this attraction. How thick is this dome?
The dome, you don't know how thick the dome is.
It's not transparent, right?
No.
No, okay.
It doesn't seem to be from the outside.
It just has these like ribs.
It has these ribs, yeah. The surface of it is like a continuous material.
Okay.
There doesn't seem to be any seams in it, but it has these ribs of like slightly organic lines going across. It's almost like if you took a rubber band ball but made it melty in a way, just like for that pattern of lines.
I have a cipher called Living Solvent, which once released dissolves 1 cubic feet of material each round.
Okay.
After 1 round per cipher level, this line dies and becomes inert. I'm wondering if I can use it to burrow a hole.
Make me just an insight check of like a standard DC of 6. This is like a common sense check.
9.
You can of course do that. You can of course do that on possibly what has been led to you to believe the most watched building in the city today. You can, by all means, go and bust a hole in the wall that maybe no one will see it, but who knows what's going to happen if they do see it.
But it's a very big dome.
It's a big structure.
I mean, maybe you can just explain that you're trying to stop terrorism from happening while you blow a hole in this building, though.
You're not there with your rational thoughts.
I believe the terrorism part is going to be taken care of by the cops, right? Like I'm trying to like get to this guy before he does something.
Sure. I didn't swing by the cops because I don't have any faith.
No.
So.
This is gonna be great.
So I mean, I'm asking Ruta, like, listen, I take you to one side or whatever. I'm like, listen, let's try and like burrow our way into this dome. I don't think they're going to understand.
From the outside?
Yeah. Let's just like walk around till we find like a fairly unpoliced part of it. Apply this thing, hide in the bushes, wait for it to do its stuff.
Okay, give me one try to persuade them.
Okay.
To let us in.
Yeah.
And then,
I mean,
and
if
then
you
we
can
go.
do it.
And then we go. Okay, look.
Yes.
I'm not interested in the moon stuff.
Okay.
Anything there is hot about the moon is already explored in my book, Pounded by Werewolf Vampire. And
You say handed or pounded?
fill the lines with your imagination. Just let us in, come with us. We don't mean any harm. We want to just look around and inspire. And we're gonna put all of that into our books, and it will bring more fame to all of the site. Yeah, we are doing good for this enterprise.
Make me a
Advertisement.
Make me a challenging DC 15 persuasion check. Intellect.
Lies, trickery?
Sure. I'll take it. So it's
okay.
a 12.
Okay.
Do you want to spend effort?
Perhaps.
Drop it down to a 9.
Perhaps. Yeah, why
Yeah.
not?
Okay, DC 9.
$13.
Okay. Look.
I have mock-ups, and I show them pictures of what I imagine Harvest machine looks like.
What do you want to see? I can't show you the machine, but I can bring you in.
Just like, show us
Okay.
what the rest.
Yeah, we just want to see the stage, like what the setup is for the festival.
I said I can't show you that.
Okay.
But look, okay. Come on.
We're gonna be as mice.
Jack. They just got to use the bathroom, okay? And
That was that easy. I need to know that for the future.
Very well done.
no, I can do this, okay? You
No
can.
one else
if
can
you
use the
look,
bathroom?
I'm sorry. If you walked up and said, "Can I use the bathroom?" They'd say, "No public bathrooms." I can do it because I work here.
You're very important.
Very important. I am very important. Yeah, that's,
You are.
that's right.
Hi.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I am the supervisor actually, so I get to make these. Look, okay. This is the corridor.
So what I am doing there, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm gonna like be close to this person, and I'm gonna like ask question, and I'm gonna point at like, I don't know, fire escape map, and be like, this is the schema of the thing. Like ask really stupid question and bring attention, hoping that it will give you a chance to like look around.
Sure. So we'll take this
And
as a
I'm like
combined
using
group.
nose for sniff for
Yeah.
what I imagine pigs smell like.
Like, are there, I don't know, like hallways that I can like dart down, or like a room or something that I can like slip into while he's pointing?
There's plenty of rooms. Are you looking for something specific?
I'm looking to get away from this guy right now.
Yeah.
And then like have him go searching for me, and then like so that I can start exploring the space
Okay.
unobserved.
So he brings you to a room. It's a bit of like a warehouse type storage room. There's like crates and stuff with drapes over. It's through, he's where the guards are standing, there's kind of like a big loading doors, and he comes in through a small door. Sorry again. He comes in through a small door, and he walks into this. He's like, okay, here you can see this is where we have all of the stuff. Like, do you see that object? That's the projector for the moon show. We took it out for today because of the harvest. It's been a month. They've been building the thing upstairs. So we're below it right now. And then there's a little, it's like an elevator. And in the next room over, I can't let you in, and you look over, and there's two actual armed guards standing by doors leading into the next chamber. He said, I can't let you, that's secret stuff in there of what's going on tonight, but now you see, it happens up there. You can make a roll to help distract this person. It's gonna
Oh,
be...
this looks high voltage. May I touch it?
let's make it a target level 9 task.
Lies, trickery?
Yeah, so 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're absorbed, and you're trying to sneak away.
Yeah.
We're gonna call it a speed task for you, because you're trying to just sort of like dexterously and stealthily, like quietly get away while they're not looking. So that's also going to be a 9, but because of the help from Ruta, we'll drop it down to a 6.
Okay. 15.
15. You step out into one of the side corridors.
Okay.
There are rows of rooms. There's a couple of rooms in here, and there seems to be like a stairwell at the end of the hall. How far do you want to go?
At this point, I'm just looking to like hide
Yeah.
myself as effectively as possible. So
Okay.
I'm just looking for, places that they wouldn't think to check, or like a really crowded room where they're just going to like look in, be like, no one's going to go in here, and then keep walking on.
Okay, so what's your plan? Your ultimate plan?
My ultimate plan is like once these people have like are looking at other points, like try to get into that room that that they said that I wouldn't be able to get into. Maybe like
With the armed guards in front of you.
yeah, but maybe I can use my solvent to try and get into that like
Okay.
close side or something.
Okay, so it is possible for you to find a room that it's a small office, but it seems like it's been unused for now, and it's more of like a closet. Like there's a bunch of extra furniture stuffed in here, like some chairs on the desk, dust and stuff. It's unlocked. You could step in here and hang out in here for a while if you want to, or you could try to find a different spot.
Okay. So I'll get in there. I'll try to find some desk in the corner with like a little space in the back that has like a front or something like that, and I hide behind that.
Yeah, easily done. I'm gonna say it's routine to even do it. This room, you found a room that is not being used, and you hid in there, and then you hear sort of like a bell, ding 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 ding, ringing, and the guy who's with you, he's like, "Hey, look, it sounds like the pre-event is starting upstairs. If you're on the guest list, you can go for that, or you can come back in an hour or two, and the main stuff is gonna be starting."
We have the invitation. We're not on the guest list, right?
That's on the guest list.
Okay.
basically.
Okay. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But the entrance is up at the top. You have to. We are not letting anybody in down here. You've seen what I can show you. The bathroom, if you need to, maybe if you go to the bathroom, and you come out and your hands are wet, then my coworkers will be like, bathroom, okay, took a while, you know? Where's your friend?
Oh, my earrings fell in the moonlight amplifier.
Oh shit.
Gotta get it.
Why are we standing?
I'm stuck.
How did we stand so close to this? Like, why are we? We're not even supposed to be here. Earrings. I'm gonna have to call a technician to get them out.
Both of them fell off at the same time as well. Why?
I need to find them right now.
So you like dive into the moon projector machine.
This is a good idea.
Hey, ma'am, like, can you, ma'am? Shit. Look, can you help? And the two guards peel off from the door.
Oh.
What is going on here?
They won't do anything. They're not as smart and good at noticing things as you are. I need manager help here.
Okay, as I'm listening to this kerfuffle outside, like I get out of my hiding place, I'm like, what the fuck is going on out here? I see that everyone is in the center of this room following Ruta. I think it's my chance to like to rush towards the door that those guards were previously guarding.
Yeah. You get to the door. You pull it open slowly. Are you trying to do it stealthy?
Yeah, I don't want to let them on.
Make me a speed check for, let's say it's a difficulty 12 task.
Okay, yeah.
You want to spend effort?
Yeah, I think I will actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to put that down to 8.
3, unless you have edge.
I do not have edge.
Okay.
So 11. Come on, 13. Whew.
13, you get in there, open the door, slip in, close it. You are standing in a room. There is the center of the ceiling rises up in this pyramid shape, and wires and tubes, hundreds of wires and tubes are dangling from here and being plugged in various places. And there are people in sort of like fully like hooded clothes, like working clothes. You know, it's kind of like early versions of clean suits in a way. People up in the guts of whatever machine structure is coming up into the center of this pyramid in front of you. Busy with like half a dozen people checking plugs, plugging them into places, someone with a clipboard down below giving orders, like directions. There's a couple of different Numenera objects, little thrumming like energy sources, a control panel where someone is fiddling with something up on a riser, like catwalks and wheeled scaffolding pieces to move people around this enormous space under this pyramid shape. And in the center, there's this, it looks like some kind of engine with all kinds of different add-ons and clustered things leading up to the top, where all of the wires are coming in and plugging into this engine. And in the back of the room are 4 green glass, like enormous tubes that seem to be empty at the moment. And when I say enormous, I mean like bigger. You could fit multiple of you inside each of these tubes, and they're sort of like held in the back of the room.
So, I mean, first thing I need to do is like, I think find a place so that the people in the room don't see me. Like, like is it? I've entered stealthily, so I'm assuming I'm still
We'll
not
take that
detected.
stealth check. Yeah.
And I think I'll try to figure out what these Numenera devices, because I think another way of like avoiding this might be to try and turn off whatever, or like reduce, I don't know, like not have the device functioning while the pigs come in. Is that something that I can attempt?
It's possible.
Yeah.
You are standing there in this room thinking, how can I sabotage what's happening tonight so that it won't get sabotaged?
Yeah.
Ruta
Perfect sense.
head first in the moon projection engine of the planetarium, feet kicking out with soldiers sort of attempting to help her out, being like, you lost an earring in there?
I'll take the second one, so you know how the first one looks like.
Oh, I dropped it again. And we have,
oh no!
And we have Cornelius is changing, getting dressed, going to functions, and Dale, you are in your vehicle heading back to meet up with Janice at the moment before this ceremony begins. And we are going to have to wrap it up there because we've gone a bit over what we planned for our first session. And anything that we should know right before we shut off this view into the lives of these people?
Dale is just thinking, it's going to be a real delicate operation now. We don't want to go in there guns blazing. We got to really plan this one out. We got this. I trust my friends.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We are really, really thrilled that you are here with us. This was our inaugural episode, and we will be back in 2 weeks' time on Sunday, August 6th. And we will also put up a video on YouTube, and we will try to cut this for podcast platforms so that if you want to recommend it to your friends or listen to it, that would be great. If you enjoyed this story and want to see the continuation of it and more of our work, please find us on social media. We would deeply appreciate it. And I would like to take a moment to thank some partners and some very special people who have lent us equipment for this and supported us on the way. Special thanks to Vincent Ron and Andrew Carger for camera and lighting equipment. We'd also like to thank Bear Radio for their continued support. They're an awesome Berlin-based podcast network, and you can find all of their stuff at bearradio.org. And we also want to thank the Comedy Cafe in Comedy Cafe Berlin in the heart of Neukölln. All of us are performers there, and they've lent us some camera equipment, and you can come catch a show. Many of us perform there regularly. And
Me tonight.
yeah, tonight, if you happen to be in Berlin watching
Also,
this,
I realized we all met there.
we all met there. We all met at
It
the
was our
Comedy
Queen's Pyramid.
Yeah, our Queen's Pyramid is the Comedy Cafe Berlin. And so check them out at comedycafeberlin.com. Anything else that anyone wants to say before we sign off?
Thanks, Mom, for watching.
Thanks everyone for watching.
Thank you,
thank you.
everyone, for watching. We'll see you back here in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye.